pasture poultry is great if you got the room for it. So I originally borrowed some netting, electric netting, from Jeremiah. That's not off. And my thought was, I'm going to use it on the end of our property, on the other side of the chicken coop, chicken pen, to allow the chickens and the goats to be able to browse and have a little bit more room. That didn't work out so well. So I have an idea. So my plan is to basically rotationally graze in about 1,000 square foot. So I'm going to essentially try to rotationally graze inside of the chicken coop by using electric fencing. So here's my thought process, right? I'm basically going to section off a spot. Instead of the chickens being in that spot, I'm keeping the chickens and the goats out of that spot. So that's pretty much my plan, to essentially rotationally graze this piece of property, right? Because, I mean, we're in a fenced-in area. Chickens and the goats have been in here for a while. You can see the ground is quite bare, except for the exception of a few stuff that the goats and chickens won't eat. So I mowed them down, cut the grass, cut them down. That way they won't touch the fence, won't ground it out. But also, I think I'm going to get some straw or hay, spread some seed in there, cover it with straw and hay or whatnot, and see if I can get grass to grow. And then once it grows, I'll move it, do the same thing, and then let the chickens and the goats have that. But one of the other things that we end up having to do is our chicken coop. The goats, the baby goats, decide they want to climb up the side. How many of you have goats that have that same issue? Who else has their goats in with their chickens other than myself? The goats do help keep the snakes away, but let me know in the comments. So I had to make this janky looking like, it's like with the Lord of Flies here making some kind of castle fort thing. So they quit climbing on top of it and climbing up there. Now when I first did it, I didn't have the sticks. I put the sticks on that later. The reason is because just the metal piece, it didn't work. So it seems to be working fine now. They definitely respect that fence. I did have it in here already in a spot over here, but it's so hilly that's one of my biggest issues too, is making sure that the fence doesn't touch the ground and ground out. So I had to try to tighten this the best I can, but we're doing it. I hope it works, guys. We definitely need some grass in here. The eroding. Since the chickens and the goats have been in here, it's pretty ridiculous. I didn't even know that pipe was there. Fortunately, it's just a drain coming from the driveway. But the fact is that I didn't even know that was there, a couple years ago. So you can definitely see I need to find some kind of solution, and I'm hoping that this is the solution. Now, like I said, I borrowed this from Jeremiah. I hope he doesn't need it anytime soon, and that way I can use it for a while. If not, then we'll have to figure something else out. But for the time being, we have it up, and this is what we're gonna try and do. So I think it's gonna work. It'd be good, especially for those of you who don't have like large pieces of land. You have enough room to where you can roam chickens, and that way you can section off pieces for them not to be able to get on and then move it around a little bit at a time. If this helped you out, if you enjoyed it, if you enjoy the comedy, let me know. Honestly, put in the comments. Hit the subscribe button. Follow us. Keep up with our journey. I appreciate you, and we'll catch you in the next one.